tumult in the House. Right now, just before we came on, I guess, the final sort of procedural vote setting up 4 separate votes on foreign aid, the supplementary, will take place tomorrow. And I think there was a third now Republican congressperson who came out in favor of the motion to vacate. And I think 3 is all they could spare.
Gosar? So we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey, Paul Gosar now, right?
And if that's the case, I think that's it, right? Does he lose the vote unless the Democrats vote for him? And I suspect, as Jeet was saying, that we're probably going to see that. But here is CNN's Manu Raju speaking with multiple House Republicans who are all mad at each other. Now, we should also say, this is also interesting. I saw a story today, too, that Kevin McCarthy has a super PAC that is running against some Democrats, but also running against Nancy Mace, Good in Virginia, and Crane, I don't remember where, in Arizona, pouring money into primary races against them because they all voted against them. So it's nice that he's spending his time after being in the House, trying to get rid of those 3. It's going to enhance his lobbying bona fides. But here is these Republicans: Mike Lawler, Republican from New York; Anthony Esposito, Republican from New York. They're freaking out, incidentally, about this because they're afraid that they're going to lose their races. Don Bacon, Republican from Nebraska, and Matt Gaetz from Florida, and of course Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Now 2 speakers and stymied the GOP leadership's agenda. Now Speaker Mike Johnson is pushing back.
This is a moment for moral clarity for everyone. The Speaker is doing the right thing at the right time for the right reasons.
As he relies on Democrats.
That's the guy from New York.
$5 billion aid package by Saturday, including roughly $61 billion to help Ukraine battle Russia. Today, Johnson ruled out making it harder to seek a vote for his ouster. Any one member can still call for such a vote, even as angry swing district Republicans say it is time to marginalize the far right.
I think we got to do something protects us against 5 to 10 people.
There needs to start being repercussions for those who completely alienate the will of that conference.
The infighting playing out on the House floor, with Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden daring hardliners to seek a vote to boot Johnson and calling Congressman Matt Gaetz tubby. Gaetz's response?
The only thing I gleaned from it is that Mr. Van Orden is not a particularly intelligent individual.
Gaetz, who opposes ousting Johnson, confronted the Speaker over his handling of the foreign aid bill.
You spoke to the Speaker. What was that conversation like?
Tense.
Why?
Because we don't want to pass this bill.
Do you have confidence in the Speaker right now?
It's diminishing.
As Johnson weighed changing House rules to make it harder to remove him, outrage built on the right.
And this is the type of betrayal that Republican voters are absolutely fed up with.
All as he faces heat after deciding to advance the foreign aid bill without attaching border security provisions to it, despite repeatedly making this vow.
If President Biden wants a supplemental spending bill focused on national security, it better begin by defending America's national security.
But facing just a 2-vote majority in the House, Johnson now recognizing the votes simply are not there.
I literally don't have the numbers, I don't have a way to merge it together.
That answer not satisfying many Republicans.
We have an integrity problem when we tell the American people that the border is the hill to die on.
I don't believe that the Speaker couldn't extract at least something, and so I think it's a missed opportunity.
I don't have confidence in the Speaker, unfortunately.
Behind closed doors today, Democratic leaders urged their members to keep their powder dry and not to commit to saving Johnson.
Why aren't Democrats taking a position on whether to save Mike Johnson's job?
We're waiting to see if he is going to allow us to save our global security and make sure that America has its security.
And Manu joins us now from the Capitol.
I don't think we need to see any more of that. I mean, and I should say, there was a quote, Matt Gaetz in The Hill from a piece on this yesterday. I just want to read this. Representative Matt Gaetz, who previously said he was against a motion to vacate because it might lead to a Democratic speaker, railed against Johnson's recent legislative moves and suggested he would do the same, that is, maybe support his ouster. I've been told that there is absolutely 100% no possibility in these scenarios that someone from the rival party could become speaker. So Matt Gaetz, who has led this whole charge, must be mistaken, I guess, based upon what I was told by someone on their podcast.
Or doing a psyop to split the room.
Or a psyop. Exactly. But all of that is just, a sideshow. The bottom line is the right wing within the Republican Party, which is, it's you have right wing and then you have the extremely right wing. They want a border bill. They already had a border bill and they voted against it. And so they want, there's nothing, they're a mess. They're a real mess. And on some level, it's unclear to me even what their agenda is in this. They just don't. They want to look like they're doing something. So I have a feeling that Ukraine aid is going to pass, and sadly, the Israel aid will also pass. There's going to be an opportunity for progressives to vote against at least the Israel aid.
The Taiwan aid will probably also pass.
I would imagine that's going to pass, and hopefully. There is also some aid for Gaza, I think, in that bill. They, for whatever reason, don't put that on the screen because they don't want to talk about that. And I hope that gets passed, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, the idea that we should be giving $14 billion more to Israel right now is just maddening, but...
I mean, six-figure deaths if they invade Rafah. I've seen estimations about that.
Yeah, well...
that's what we're staring in the face of.
And we can't underestimate the fact that the Iranian strike also was probably... they had this in the back of their mind in terms of what they wanted to galvanize from Western arms deals.